Absolutely. Here is a 3,000-word YouTube-ready script summary of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's designed for direct narration. No timestamps, no fluff, just clean, engaging, spoken content that captures the book's essence with clear examples and structured flow. What separates those who dream of riches from those who actually achieve them? It's not education, not luck, not talent. According to Napoleon Hill, the real secret lies in the way we think, in the thoughts we feed, the beliefs we hold, and the actions we take in pursuit of a definite goal. In Think and Grow Rich, Hill condenses 25 years of research, interviewing over 500 of the most successful people of his time, from Henry Ford to Thomas Edison, to uncover the common mindset behind wealth and achievement. This isn't just a book about money, it's a book about power, the power of thought, desire, faith, and persistence. Let's explore the 13 principles that form the foundation of Think and Grow Rich, and how they can transform your thinking, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. 1. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Everything begins with desire, not vague wishing, but a burning obsession. Hill tells the story of Edwin C. Barnes, a man with little money or influence, but a clear goal: to become a business partner of Thomas Edison. Not an employee, not an assistant, a partner. Most would call that delusional, but Barnes acted as if it were inevitable. He showed up at Edison's office and asked for a chance. Edison saw the determination in his eyes and gave him a minor role. Years passed. Barnes worked tirelessly, always holding his vision. Then one day, opportunity knocked. Edison needed someone to sell a new invention. Barnes seized it. He succeeded. He became Edison's partner, just as he imagined. The lesson? Riches begin with a clear goal, backed by a relentless will. Hill recommends writing down exactly what you want, what you're willing to give in return, and when you will achieve it. Read it aloud daily, morning and night. Let your desire burn. 2. Faith, visualizing and believing in the attainment of desire. Faith is belief without physical proof. It's the fuel that turns desire into reality. Hill insists that faith can be developed through affirmation, repeating your goals with emotion until your subconscious accepts them as truth. When you believe something deeply enough, your mind begins to act in alignment with it. You attract opportunities, you behave differently, you persist longer. Hill reminds us, thoughts are things. What you believe, you create. 3. Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. Autosuggestion is the process of feeding your mind with repeated, intentional thoughts until they influence your behavior. This isn't about magic, it's about conditioning. Every day, your subconscious is absorbing input from media, conversations, self-talk. Autosuggestion lets you take control of that process. Hill recommends creating a clear statement of your goal, including a deadline and a plan. Repeat it daily, with emotion. Over time, your subconscious will accept it and begin helping you achieve it. 4th, specialized knowledge, personal experiences, or observations. Knowledge is not power until it's organized and applied. Hill distinguishes between general knowledge and specialized knowledge. You don't need to know everything. You just need to master one thing that's useful to others, and then apply it with focus. Most fortunes are built not from degrees, but from depth. Specific knowledge in a specific field, combined with action, creates value, and value attracts wealth. If you lack the knowledge, you can hire it. What matters is the desire to learn and grow. 5. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. All great achievements begin in the imagination. Hill divides imagination into 2 types. Synthetic imagination, rearranging old ideas into new combinations. Creative imagination, receiving new ideas from the subconscious or infinite intelligence. Every invention, every fortune, every empire began as a thought in someone's mind. He gives the example of the man who created the concept of installment credit, allowing people to buy cars they couldn't afford up front. This idea revolutionized the auto industry and made millions for those who adopted it. The message: treat your imagination like a muscle, use it daily, build it through questions, curiosity, and focused visualization. 6. Organized planning, the crystallization of desire into action. Desire without a plan is just a wish. Hill emphasizes the importance of turning goals into specific, actionable plans, then executing them, even if they're not perfect. Most people wait until they have a flawless plan. The successful ones act, adjust, and improve along the way. He tells the story of Henry Ford, who pushed forward with the production of his V8 engine, despite all his engineers saying it was impossible. He demanded they find a way, and they did. The lesson: persistence in planning, combined with action, is unstoppable. If your plan fails, create a new one. But never abandon the goal. 7. Decision, the mastery of procrastination. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people do the opposite. Hill studied hundreds of leaders and found that decisiveness was a universal trait. They trusted their judgment. They gathered information, then acted. Indecision creates doubt. Doubt destroys desire. Even a wrong decision is better than no decision. It gives you momentum, clarity, and feedback. Hill urges us to stop asking for too many opinions, especially from those who haven't achieved what we want. Trust yourself. Decide. Move. 8. Persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith. Persistence is desire in action. Every great success story involves setbacks. The difference is, the successful didn't quit. Hill shares the story of R.U. Darby, who bought a gold mine. After months of digging, he gave up and sold it. The buyer kept digging and found gold just 3 feet away. The lesson: many people stop inches from breakthrough. Persistence is built through purpose, belief, and habit. When you expect resistance and keep moving, you build the resilience of champions. 9. Power of the mastermind, the driving force. No one succeeds alone. A mastermind is a group of like-minded people who share goals, challenge each other, and offer support. Hill credits much of his research to the minds of Edison, Ford, Rockefeller, and Carnegie, who all surrounded themselves with trusted advisors. A mastermind creates synergy, new ideas, perspectives, accountability, and energy. Form your circle. Choose people who elevate your thinking, meet regularly, share openly, grow together. 10. The mystery of sex transmutation. Hill explains that sexual energy is one of the most powerful human drives, but it can be redirected. Instead of wasting it through indulgence or distraction, he suggests channeling that energy into creative work, business, or artistic pursuits. History shows that many of the world's greatest achievers were highly sexual people, but they learned to transmute that energy into drive, charisma, and focused ambition. This isn't about repression, it's about redirection, using powerful instincts to fuel meaningful action. 11th, the subconscious mind, the connecting link. Your subconscious is the bridge between your thoughts and your reality. It works 24/7, accepting whatever you feed it. Whether that's hope or fear, confidence or doubt. You can't control everything in life, but you can control the thoughts you dwell on, and those thoughts shape your subconscious responses. Hill teaches that repeated affirmations, visualizations, and emotions program the subconscious. Over time, it becomes your ally, guiding your decisions and attracting aligned opportunities. 12. The brain, a broadcasting and receiving station for thought. Hill believed that the human brain is like a radio, sending out vibrations of thought and receiving them from others. When you're tuned to success, you attract ideas, people, and situations aligned with that frequency. This is where the law of attraction enters the picture. Not as magic, but as mental alignment. When your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are consistent, your brain is attuned to find what matches. Think of it this way. When you decide to buy a red car, you suddenly see red cars everywhere. That's not magic, that's awareness. Your brain seeks what your mind believes. 13. The sixth sense, the door to infinite intelligence. Hill describes the sixth sense as intuition, a flash of insight, a gut feeling, a sudden idea that feels right. This chapter is more philosophical. Hill admits it cannot be fully explained, but those who practice the previous 12 principles often find that the sixth sense awakens naturally. Call it intuition, divine guidance, or insight. It's the voice of your higher self. The more you act with integrity, purpose, and clarity, the more you hear it. Hill ends the book with a warning. Beware of the 7 basic fears: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. These fears live in the subconscious. They destroy faith. Replace them with desire, faith, and action. Final thoughts. Think and Grow Rich is not just about accumulating wealth. It's about mastering your mind. It teaches that riches, whether financial, personal, or spiritual, begin with a clear purpose, fueled by desire, strengthened by faith, and achieved through consistent, focused action. You are what you think, you become what you believe, and you create what you persistently pursue. So what do you truly desire? Write it, see it, feel it, repeat it. And then, take the first step, because thoughts, backed by faith and action, become reality. That's the lasting legacy of Napoleon Hill.